I grew up in a very faith-driven home. Following Christ was the way of life, and it wasn't something we just said. It was something we did and something we lived. And I grew up in a church where they really emphasized being a disciple after Jesus and living this sort of shameless lifestyle of worship. But despite having all of these solid foundations, I never really took ownership of my own faith. But I realized a few years ago that Jesus desires that personal relationship with me. Not through my parents, not through my church, but a legitimate relationship with me. And that would really begin a journey for me. One that would ultimately change the course of my life. My grandpa, he went to Central back in the early 60s. I believe he graduated in 1964. The impact he had on his family and my father, and now through me, is just, it resonates so strong, and he's been one of the biggest influences in my life. I heard about Central, well, I've known about it for many years. Obviously, if your father and your grandfather both go there, then it's already rooted within you, I think. I went and visited a few other schools. There just wasn't the sense of community, a sense of family, that home feel that you get at Central. Just love from everyone is phenomenal, and that definitely sealed the deal for me. Being at Central has been easily the best educational experience I've ever had. The classroom experience at Central is just something that I cherish and love so much, because you can feel the sense of togetherness and the sense of family almost in the classroom. We know why we're there, and that is to further ourselves education-wise and in our faith. They emphasize the biblical knowledge, but only as a means of spiritual growth, only as a means of preparing us to be servant leaders of the church. One of the things that I've just absolutely loved about Central is their huge emphasis on living your story, just living a life reflective of what you've been called to through Christ. It's just encouraging to see people furthering God's kingdom. You know, Central has an absolutely amazing campus, fantastic professors, a great student body. But none of that would even be possible without the selfless giving of our amazing donors, allowing people like me to come here to school.
One of the things that sold us on the idea of supporting Central, and especially in a monthly donation, was the fact that the students graduate without debt.
We look at it as an investment, and these young people are dedicating their lives to Jesus and to spreading His Word. And So we think, what better way to invest our money into those who are going to go out into the world?
The economy is hard now, and a lot of people have had to, cut back on donations and support to colleges and to all ministries. We see it even in the church. And I think that we have got to trust God to take care of us, and that He'll show us what He wants us to do. And if we're listening and following Him, and always staying within His will, I think the college will continue to grow. I think that it has a purpose. I think that the people are focused and driven to do an excellent program, and I think that Central will continue to grow. It's been blessed.
I see Central as just continuing to educate the preachers and teachers and counselors of tomorrow, and their impact will spread from Central Missouri to all over the world.
In about 10 minutes from now, this classroom is going to be filled with students just like me. Students who are passionate and hungry. Students ready to study and prepare to take the message of Jesus Christ out to the world. But if it weren't for the impact my grandfather had on my father and the impact that he's had on me, I wouldn't be here right now. It's their legacy that has laid the foundation for me to truly have an impact on this world for Jesus Christ.